Independence Day Resurgence is the second film in the Independence Day series. And after watching it, I fully comprehend why Will Smith was like, yo, I'm out. Okay, so here is the spoiler-filled review of Independence Day Resurgence. Now, I know you're probably like, hey, J-Bones, you're a little late with this review, eh? And I say, look, random civilian, I wanted to make an Independence Day Resurgence review closer to, you know, Independence Day.
You're a grand old flag, you're a high-flying flag.
Yeah, you know, the fact that the film came out on the 24th kind of pissed me off a little bit. Now, as you all know, this is the bigger, badder sequel to the original film. In the first film, they followed standard story writing rules of establishing conflict, developing characters, and getting us to the climax in the smoothest way possible. In this one, it was more like we accidentally climaxed in the middle of a Golden Girls episode and pretended like we did not just do that. All our main heroes are back except Will Smith and obviously Russell Casserole? Considering last time we saw him, he was screaming, "Up yours!" and blowing up. But even the doctor from the first one who was being choked out by an alien, yeah, the one that we thought was dead is, alive. He was apparently in a coma this whole time and only wakes up when the aliens land. Now, when the aliens land this time, the ship is so large that it has its own gravitational pull, yet oddly enough, it loses that pull when it touches Earth. And what are the aliens here to do? Core the Earth. And we learn this from the many subplots from this film where David goes to Africa to investigate the actual landing sites of the original ships. Apparently in the first film, one of the ships landed while the others killed everyone and started drilling into the Earth's core. The survivors of this land are all badass hunters and killers, and they explain that they had to do this whole alien battle thing in order to keep their native land. When I heard this part of the story, I was like, why was this not the second movie? It would have been a totally epic version of Starship Troopers. I mean, the first 20 minutes was in space where one of the Hemsworth brothers, who, side note, is porking the original president's daughter. Yeah, the girl who barely talked in the first film is now connected to one of the lead characters in the sequel. And in space, he is trying to install one of those weapons that would kill the aliens' ship. Which, by the way, when the aliens show up, they blow the thing up to fucking back anyway. So it was like, wow, 20 minutes wasted, that literally gave us 0. Then we see Will Smith's kid, who has to get back to the space station for some reason. But then Hemsworth's character has to run and get David from Earth because, see, before the big bad aliens, a peaceful alien arrived, but we, as America, blew him to fucking back. So David, who was watching, was all like, yo, I need to see this. Because traveling from the Earth to the moon is apparently a 3-minute ride on a jet. Once he is up on the moon, they find the other alien to collect him. But at the same time, you don't even know that it's an alien at first because it just looks like a big sphere. We later find out that the sphere is actually a technology-based life source. So imagine a peaceful Terminator, except this one looks like Tom from Toonami. At this point, aliens finally make it to Earth and Will Smith's kid is trying to make sure that his mom is safe. Mama. So she is helping someone into a helicopter when all of a sudden the building beneath her starts to collapse and Will Smith's kid is like, no! She's all like, blah, I'm dead. So she dies. Then we randomly see David's father on a boat and he's like, oh fuck, I'm fishing. Better get to land because tsunami. And boats all around him are being capsized and somehow he fucking lives. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? How? I will tell you how. Because he needed to have a bullshit plotline. Then they're like, okay, let's rehash the old movie and try blowing it up by disguising it as the other alien life force. Because apparently they found a way to kill these guys on their own home planet because fuck it. So they end up blowing up the ship by using their own shields against them and locking it in and boom! The bomb goes off and the ship blows up. And you think, really? That's it? But no. Like a fucking video game, boss battle 1 of 3 is over. Now the queen alien, because they have queen aliens, which are massive as fuck by the way, emerge and they are trying not to kill it. Also FYI, the president delivered the payload this time and offed himself to do it. So he's dead now. Then we get the fucking president's daughter kicking ass in a jet because why wouldn't she? She starts shooting the crap out of the alien queen but then realizes that she has a shield vest on. So she shoots her dead in the chest. Like boom. Take that. So now her shields are gone. And at this point you think, okay, boom, she's dead, right? Wrong. She somehow gets all of her alien brothers to circle around her and act as a new shield for her. In this protective shield, we have Hemsworth and Will Smith's kid in an alien craft. They decide to power through and kick some more ass and get that final kill shot in. So she's dead now. Then we get the final goddamn thing. And I shit you not, it is the most shoehorned sequel cliffhanger ever. The doctor from the first one is just like, hey, let's go into space and kill all the bad aliens because fuck it, right? Yeah. Yeah. I am so done. Go to our stupid website, buy our shit. I don't care. This movie sucked and it legitimately made me upset because I wanted it to be good. So yeah, stay geeky, my friends. And happy Independence Day.